بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to everyone. My name is Sarah Arafat, Administrator at Medical Surgical Nursing Department. I will talk about benefits of improving thinking capacity and decision making under supervision of Assistant Prof. Dr. Hanan Sulaiman. Outline, objectives, introduction, comparison between critical thinking and decision making, impact of teaching critical thinking skill on improving judgment and decision making, benefits of improving thinking capacity and decision making. Objectives. General objectives. By the end of this lecture, my colleagues will be able to utilize benefit of improving thinking capacity and decision making. Specific objectives. By the end of this lecture, my colleagues will be able to compare between critical thinking and decision making, discuss the framework of decision making management, evaluate the importance of improving thinking capacity and decision making. Everyone in an organization have experienced the act of choosing. While some members may have to choose something very minuscule, other team members have to choose options that can be beneficial or detrimental towards the organization depending on their position, rank or title. بمعنى ان كل شخص في كل مؤسسة غالبا بيقع تحت تجربة او معاناة الاختيار. في بعض الاشخاص بيلجأوا لاختيارات بسيطة، في حين ان البعض الاخر ممكن يلجأ لاختيارات جوهرية او مصيرية بتكون ليها ضرر او منفعة على المؤسسة دي، بتعتمد على بقى وظيفته او مكانته او رتبته في المكان اللي هو شغال فيه. The process of choosing is entitled decision making. عملية الاختيار دي بيطلق عليها decision making. For example, education is an organization that constantly must choose options that will advance student achievement. From having to choose the type of students that are placed into certain classroom to deciding whether the organization will use certain resources for students to use to gain success. The possibilities are endless. The process of choosing is entitled decision making, and it serves as one of the primary factors that drive any organization to its plateau or its breaking point. Sometimes it is the smallest decisions that can change your life forever. Decision making is closely associated and aligned with critical thinking. One can't function without the other. To think critically is to examine ideas, evaluate them against what you already know, and make decisions about their merit. The aim of critical thinking is to try to maintain an objective position. When you think critically, you weigh up all sides of an argument and evaluate its strengths and weaknesses. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is a system that is often misjudged as criticism, but rather it focuses on the ability to follow logical steps and arrive at decisive and appropriate conclusion. غالبا ما بيساء فهم الكريتيكال ثينكينج على انه هو انتقاد، ان انا بقول نقاط الضعف بس او الويك بوينت، ولكن الكريتيكال ثينكينج هو ان انا بذكر السترينث and weak point which help me to follow logical steps and arrive at decisive and appropriate conclusion. Critical thinking is the analysis of facts to form a judgment. It is the ability to analyze the way you think and present evidence for your ideas. Critical thinking is more than just a concept. It is a real-life model upon which you can build successful and efficient problem-solving skills that prove highly valuable in the workplace and beyond. Decision making. Decision making is the process of making choices. By identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolutions. Using a step-by-step decision-making process can help you make more deliberate, thoughtful decisions by organizing relevant information and defining alternatives. This approach increases the chance that you will choose the most satisfying alternative possible. Critical thinking is examining assumptions, not simply accepting arguments and conclusions at face value. Critical thinking is looking for hidden values, evaluating evidence and assessing multiple conclusions. بمعنى إن التفكير النقدي هو فحص افتراض وليس مجرد قبول حجج. بيبحث عن القيم الخفية للأشياء، بيقيم الأدلة، كذلك بيقيم الاستنتاجات اللي بيوصلها. Decision making is an action. Decision making هو ال outcome أو ال product of critical thinking. It is the destination of logical and analytical problem solving, which is based in fact. Once the destination is reached, action is taken according to the resolution reached. Decision making is the product of critical thinking. I believe that critical thinking and decision making are intertwined because you can't have one without the other. مش هقدر أحصل على واحدة منهم بدون التانية، لأن decision making هو ال outcome بتاع الكريتيكال ثينكينج. Decision making is no different from any other skills because it requires intensive practice. Using a systematic approach for decision making builds traits that will support anyone to make the wisest and most effective choice. This approach increases the chances that you will choose the most satisfying alternative possible. There are 7 traits that are useful for this particular approach include: create a constructive environment that is open-minded and diversified. Investigate the situation in its entirety and record all details. Reproduce good alternatives. Better to be safe than sorry. Explore your options. Your first choice shouldn't be the only choice. Select your best solution. Process of elimination is vital. Evaluate your plan. Ask yourself, is this plan the best for a team? Communicate your decision and take action. Don't just tell, do. Management of decision making. Following this system every time a decision needs to be made will create a routine of effectiveness. The more it is done, the better your chances are of creating decisions that are fruitful and exponential. بمعنى ان اتباع هذا النظام في كل مرة عند اتخاذ القرارات بيؤدي او بيزيد من فرصة الحصول على نتائج او قرارات اكثر فاعلية. Every team member of an organization is responsible for making decision. كل شخص في كل مؤسسة مسؤول عن صنع قرار. However, it is personal or business oriented. Each person has a voice, but each person needs to know when and how their voice can be heard. كل شخص مطلوب منه ان هو يعرف حدوده او صلاحياته، كيف ومتى يتم سماع صوته. The framework of decision making management. Listing all possible options and solutions. Problem solving process. This process includes brainstorming. Benefits of improving thinking capacity and decision making. Benefits, factors, and consequences are all associated with the art of decision making. It can revolutionize your everyday life by improving how you interpret opinions, rationalization, and problem-solving practices. With some careful and structured training, you too can become a more informed, reasoned decision maker. يمكن أن تحدث ثورة في حياتك اليومية من خلال كيفية تحسين الآراء أو كيفية تفسير الآراء. من خلالها يمكن أن تصبح صانع قرار أكثر استنارة وعقلانية. Other benefit of improving thinking capacity and decision making. Saving time. It saves time with critical thinking mindset. You will already know that not all information is relevant to your decision making, but often we don't know how to filter out the irrelevant from the relevant. Critical thinking teaches you how to prioritize your time and resources by analyzing what is essential to the process. This will also help you to know that a decision is ultimately a good one. بمعنى إن هي ممكن توفر لي الوقت عن طريق تحديد أولوياتي من خلال تحليل كل ما هو ضروري، وفي النهاية هقدر أوصل لقرار جيد. An appreciation of differing world views is a direct result of learning how to empathize with other point of view. Critical thinking enables you to see beyond, not judge cultural norms, and learn how to understand other factors that can influence decision making. This empathy and understanding is crucial to effective teamwork and leadership. بمعنى تقدير وجهات نظر الغير المختلفة. Enhanced communication by teaching you to analyze and build your evidence for any given premise. Critical thinking can make you a more effective communicator. Decision-making abilities are transformed with a critical thinking approach and made a lot easier. You leave intuition or guesswork decision-making behind and begin to work on more analytical and considerable basis, resulting in sounder decision. بمعنى إن أنا بترك التخمين وببدأ العمل على أسس وتحاليل مدروسة. Reasoning. Not only will you become a more reasoned and balanced problem solver, you will learn the two types of reasoning, inductive and deductive reasoning. It encourages curiosity. Curiosity exists to help us gain deeper understanding of not only the world surrounding us. Effective critical thinkers remain curious about wide range of topics and generally have broad interests. اللي هو الفضول بيساعد على فهم أسهل وأعمق للمواضيع. Because critical thinkers are curious by nature, opportunities to apply critical thinking skill are all around them every moment. Always alert for a chance to apply best thinking habits to any situation. Always have the desire to think critically even to the simplest issue and task. Indicate desire for constructive outcome. He is always interested with asking a question like why is it important? Who is affected? Where did this come from? What am I missing? Why not? Effective critical thinker never stop asking question and enjoy exploring all sides of an issue and deeper facts hidden within all mode of data. Another benefits of improving thinking capacity and decision making. It enhances creativity. There is no question that effective critical thinkers are also largely creative thinkers. A desire to think critically about even the simplest of issues and tasks indicate a desire for constructive outcome. Creative people question assumptions about many things. Also, it reinforces problem-solving ability. Those who think critically tend to be instinctual problem solvers. This ranks as probably the most important skill, which can help learner build upon. One of the history's most prolific critical thinkers, Albert Einstein, once said this: "It isn't that I am so smart, it is just that I stay with problems longer." One of history's most prolific critical thinkers. This kind of patience and commitment to truly understanding a problem is a mark of true critical thinker. ألبرت أينشتاين لما اتسأل قال إن السر مش في إن هو شخص ذكي، ولكن هو شخص بيقضي أطول فترة ممكنة في حل المشكلة. بمعنى إنه لو أخد ساعة علشان يحل مشكلة بيقضي 55 دقيقة في فهم واستيعاب المشكلة و5 دقايق في حلها. وده إن كان بيدل على إن الفهم الحقيقي للمشكلة دليل على التفكير النقدي. It is a multifaceted practice. Critical thinking is known for encompassing a wide area of disciplines and cultivating a broad range of cognitive talents. Critical thinking promotes the development of things like reasoning skill, analytical thinking skill, evaluative skill, logical skill, planning and organizing skill, language skill, self-reflecting skill, question ability, decision making, and open-mindedness. It fosters independence. Getting learners to begin thinking independently is one of the many goals of education. When students think for themselves, they learn to become independent of us as well. Independent thinking skills are at the front of learning how to be not only a great thinker, but a great leader. As such, gaining confidence and the ability to learn from mistakes as they build successful and productive lives. Developing solid critical thinking skill prepares the student to face the complex problem that matter to the world head on. Finally, it is a skill for life. Education isn't preparation for life. Education is life itself. Successful educators want their learner to succeed both in and out of the classroom. The idea is to make sure that once they leave the school, they no longer need their educator. This is what it means to be a lifelong learner and critical thinker. Idea building, critical thinking can help in building new ideas. Thank you.